Hello guys, this is me again with another Star Wars toy review, and now we're going to take a look at the Vintage Collection Star Wars Solo, Han Solo, from Kenner. Well, from Hasbro mainly, but it's fun saying it's from Kenner because that's where this design is loosely based from, the original Kenner Star Wars toys. And this is actually the first Vintage Collection figure we're going to take a look at. And I did have a Vintage Collection figure before, but never got into a reviewing one in a video anywhere back at that time. I never even remembered, or I never even did a video or had YouTube at that time to even make Vintage Collection video reviews. But anyway, this is my first. This is actually my first new Vintage Collection figure I've ever bought. Because the last one I bought was Endor Han Solo, which was a re-release of a Legacy, I think it was a Legacy pack, Han Solo, which will also get re-released in the Black Series. And yeah, so this is a brand new Han Solo figure released this year, just from the movie Solo. And before we get this figure out the package, we're going to take a look at this package. Because first off, right out the bat, you get the iconic looking, Kenner looking design of the package with the tagline or the name Solo, which is the name for the movie that's usually here, because in other ones you got a lot more movies to go for that shows the exact same thing. And you got the Millennium Falcon behind Han, which is played by Alden Ehrenreich. I think I pronounced his name right. I think I must have messed it up. I forgot because I usually say Alan and like Alan or Alden Ehrenreich, I guess. But yeah, let's just say he was a pretty good Han Solo as well. I really do enjoy this dude's performance as Han Solo. Too bad we're not going to see more of the performance. I'm not sure because they say they was going to do more Han Solo movies. Probably, I think. Well, that's just one thing in my mind because I really did like this dude as Han Solo. He was pretty good. And then you got the Kenner logo up here. Let's just mention the Kenner logo. So, and then you got the figure itself looking pretty good. The back, it shows you other figures, including these retro-looking style. The other figures are, well, Han Solo, that's what we got here. Enfys Nest from Solo. The Imperial Assault Tank Driver. Imperial Death Trooper. Supreme Leader Snoke. And the First Order Stormtrooper. And then we got Star Wars Vintage Collection. Star Wars logo up here. Information about this line of toys. And all these sorts of things. Warnings and show hazards in different languages. And all this other stuff. And Disney Hasbro logo. Also, again, I just want to mention, I really do like Disney, and right now I've been really obsessed with Disney products at this point. I don't know how did I become like, I like Disney, but dang, I think I seem to like them more. Anyway, okay, so now we got the package out the way. Let's go ahead and get the figure out of the package. Alright, so here is Han Solo out the package, and first impressions. This figure is just, well, it's the Vintage Collection line. They are always, in my opinion, top notch with their action figures. This is funny because this is coming from Hasbro, which was a company that us Jurassic Park fans, I mean, I'm a fan of Jurassic Park, I'm just going to mention this. I'm also a fan of Star Wars and a lot of other franchises, but when it comes to Jurassic Park, Hasbro really just drops the ball with Jurassic Park, but I don't think they ever really considered to be dropping the ball with these Star Wars figures because they seem to, like, we already know, they care about their Star Wars figures, they care about that more than Jurassic Park, sadly. Like, they really do got to carry these figures. Even though I started to notice something about these figures, like, it's not 100% perfect. I think I'm starting to notice some things that is wrong with the figure, but it's all around really great detail and everything. I'm just mentioning there's like, so let me get started with the head. I mean, I need to get a little bit more of an autofocus. Well, let's take a look at that face right there. So the face, his likeness is right there. It's really great. But the only issue I think I have with this figure so far is the way the eyes are painted in. I mean, they're painted in well, but not in the right place. As you can see that his eye right here is like a little bit slightly below. I think I can see an issue there. And like you see here, it's painted in, I think it's right there. I'm not sure, but this eye is one that's like it's slanted down a little, so he's more like he's slugging a little bit. I mean, his likeness, it's right there, but it's just that the eyes are painted in such a way that it looks like he's slugging down. I mean, I'm not sure what to describe it as, but he looks pretty great. The detailing and everything is amazing. So yeah, nothing else problematic there. So that is like, it's not 100% perfect, but I do like this. And as we go down, we got his he's got his jacket, and the detailing on the jacket is also great too. He's also got the black shirt, which is something that when I first noticed his outfit, I really do like his outfit in this movie. Because what good would they ever do to stick him with the same outfit from A New Hope? I mean, I'm glad they decided to change the outfit. And we got his holster here, which is sculpted beautifully and painted well as well. He also got his other belt, which he has right there. It's sculpted and painted well. Yeah. And the pants, which is sculpted and painted well as well. Got the red stripe down there. Would have been cool if it was yellow, but yet again, he'll have to wear brown pants again, which he hasn't worn that yet. Try to get it to a line. And yes, the joints, there's a lot of articulate joints in this figure. So, yeah. So, and we got his boots, which are sculpted and painted well, as well. Just have to mention it over and over. It's like, everywhere you see articulate joints, and basically all around great detail. This video might be going on a lot longer because, you know, this figure has so much detailing and articulation. I don't usually go over the articulate points in my videos. I just give it the overview of the figure. Oh yeah, right, the working holster. Put his blaster in there, which is also fine detail as well. I'll get that out and show you guys. Here's his blaster. It's also got the lighter. It's got a light color to it. It's like, it may look black from this camera, but it's actually like a lighter color, like gray, I guess. It's a gray, and his handle is brown as well. So that's pretty neat. He can also carry the blaster pretty well on his arm. It's also a tight fit, and he also has a trigger finger, and it's really great. I'm really impressed with this figure. Okay, so here's a pose I decided to give him, and the more I started to play around the figure, I think I started to notice another issue I started to kind of have with the figure. It's mostly the articulation joints, like especially in the hips, like the hips right here. Well, mainly the hips around here, like on this top part here. I'm pretty much new to this. I don't know much about the articulation joints, so basically I have the joint like this. Like you can see it right there. Let's hope the autofocus comes up pretty okay. Okay, you got it right there. It's like, yeah, it's not gonna show. It's like from here, it's like I had to get the leg to look like that because it's a supposed ball joint right here. And yeah, I'm pretty new to this articulation joints here because, well, I was used to a ball jointed hips, but not like this. It's kind of weird because I felt like I was almost on the point of breaking the figure. That would have been a shame, really. But yet again, this figure costs like, I guess, $12 or lower. It's not really that big of a deal to me. It's like $12 for an articulate figure like this. I think it's about a high price. I think it's about an okay price point. I mean, if anything, it should have been $10, but still, that's the other figures. I mean, those figures cost $8 because of the 5 points they have. Anyway, yeah, I think I might maneuver it a little bit more. I just hope I don't break the figure. But again, aside from this issues I have with the eye being a little slit down and the articulation joints on the legs, this figure is pretty great. So yeah, I will admit this is one of my favorite figures I've already bought so far from the newest Star Wars toy line. So I'm not gonna go into more detail. So I'm gonna end off this review and by saying that this figure is, I guess, a 9 out of 10 in my opinion. I mean, that's a rating I would give it, a 9 out of 10. It would be a full 10 if the articulation joints and the slit, that eye, the painted eye is like slightly off. Well, anyway, the head sculpt is still beautifully sculpted. The figure itself is beautifully sculpted. It's wonderful. I love this figure, and I do definitely recommend picking this figure up. Also, if you're a real fan of the movie Solo, so I definitely would recommend picking this one up, especially over the basic figure. I mean, I like the basic figure, but I don't have that one yet, and it's obvious that this one beats the basic figure in a long shot. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be seeing you guys later.